presented by Hyundai.
Well, the first quarter was certainly all Luka magic. He had 21 of his 25 points in the first period. But then Denver starting to creep a little bit closer in this one. They ended the half on an 18-4 run. Still, plenty for Lakers fans to love from what they saw from Luka Doncic, particularly without LeBron James. But as we mentioned, the Nuggets starting to creep their way back into this one over the final 5 minutes and 30 seconds of the first half as we welcome you inside our Los Angeles studios. Truly, all of us are so glad to be here with you. Richard, what did you see in the first half? Let's start with the Nuggets side of all of this in this final couple minutes.
Well, like I did the game when they played against Golden State, shorthanded, and they played with the pace. They played with an intensity. I think this game is a little bit different. But ultimately, I love what Russell Westbrook is doing. He's trying to push the pace. He only has he has 6 assists, but he's got to do more of getting people involved. But players also have to be aggressive around him. You look at what Luke is doing, scoring, assisting, facilitating. But for the Nuggets, they need to continue the pace. But this is an abnormal situation given who they're missing.
It is, but it is an opportunity also for others to really get their game right. Aaron Gordon coming off of a Nuggets career high. I think, 38 points, already has 16. Michael Porter Jr. with 12. So those two guys have to keep cooking.
I'm looking at the Lakers, right, outside of Luka Doncic, and two others that bring a lot to the table and that's been playing well. Dalton Connect, 10 points off the bench, and he's been playing phenomenal basketball. But then you look at Dorian Finney-Smith, plus 25 in the plus-minus category.
Huge.
Right, doing the little things that doesn't show up in the stat sheet, and I think that's why J.J. Redick love him so much. His value doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but it is really, really something that the Lakers need.
And the Lakers bench developing right now 29 points off the bench, which is huge, especially when LeBron James gets back.
Compared to just 5 here for the Denver Nuggets, that's a huge differential that we're certainly going to be watching. But oftentimes it's these games, they come down to the stars. Luka Doncic certainly attacking in attack mode here. 25 points in the first half for Doncic. We'll be back on the other side.
Hey, don't poke the bear.
Bar. Header on ESPN. Yes, ma'am. The Lakers and the Nuggets, they have two of the best playmakers in the game. They lean heavily on them when they're on the floor. Since Doncic debuted for the Lakers on February 10th, they're the only two players to average 25, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. The game is key when it comes to playoff positioning as tiebreakers. They're going to play a role down the stretch here. Remember, with a win, Denver would seal the head-to-head tiebreaker over LA, winning 3 of 4 meetings, including a hard-fought battle on Friday, despite the Lakers missing Luka and LeBron. But when healthy, both of these teams are title contenders. They're both at plus 1,500 to win the championship at ESPN Sportsbook. Only the Thunder, the Cavaliers, the Celtics have shorter odds. So the odds makers don't know how to differentiate between these teams. Luckily for everybody at home, that's why we all are here. So, Perk, I'm going to start with you first. Which team is more equipped here to make a finals run?
The Lakers. And we need to stop putting the Denver Nuggets in the conversation of being legit title contenders. It's two sides of the court. We always lean towards the offensive side of things, but defensively, they trash. Defensively, they're trash. They're 19th in the league overall, 25th in the league at rim protection. Who had the number 1 defense since, January when they was healthy?
It was the
Los Angeles Lakers. And then you put in the fact that now they have a big 3. What kind of game plan, if you don't have the personnel, can you actually put together to stop a Luka Doncic and a LeBron James? Huh? If you're a coach, what kind of game? It's not one. It's not one. You just have to have the better overall team. And so when I look at the Denver Nuggets, I look at when they made their championship run and go on to win the title, the guys that were sliding up.
Yeah, but they were middle of the pack when they were doing that too.
You need a little bit of a cool booty, Perk.
Wait, no.
It is hot in here.
Wait. I hear you, Perk. I'm with you. I'm aligned. This is what I will say. The reason why this is important to me when I look at this game, when you think about playing at Denver, this could be a potential 4-5 matchup. So who has home court advantage? Denver at home in the postseason historically is a very good team. So they're going to want to make sure that they get this done when you start talking about.
I don't think they're not contenders. I don't think that, we're talking about teams that could finish because the opportunity right now is to finish second, right? Because everyone's trying to chase the Oklahoma City Thunder. They still have Nikola Jokic. You saw what Aaron Gordon just did. He dropped 38, his Nuggets high. Jamal Murray, coming along. Look, I understand defense is a question for them, right?
Question?
But we know who.
Question?
No. But my thing is, at this point, who do you trust? Teams with experience, right? That's what's knocking other teams like maybe the Houston Rockets down.
So you're talking about a team with experience. Are we including experience of having a guy that's played in, 11 NBA Finals, another guy that's been in 2 conference finals and an NBA finals in Luka. They do have experience on this Laker team, maybe not from a cohesive standpoint.
I think trust. It comes down to trust. Individuals versus a team, right? And the Denver Nuggets, I'm looking at Nikola Jokic and his supporting cast, and maybe you don't have too many question marks there. The Lakers started off this season with question marks, but getting Luka Doncic, having Austin Reeves play this way, and then hopefully having LeBron James, they turn that question mark into an exclamation point. I think my only point of view on this with the Lakers is, if healthy, and this is a big if, right, but hopefully it trends that way, they are the last team I'd want to see. Because you have 2 of the biggest guys, Luka and LeBron, that can control the game. We know who the Nuggets are. The Lakers are still...
Janae, you gonna let him make an argument?
We don't know who the Nuggets are. And listen, I know how y'all have y'all conversations, because I hear my wife when they talk, when y'all on the phone with your sister.
Say meow on the phone?
Baby,
hey,
honey.
Hey,
listen, let me tell you something. Jokic have questions about this Denver Nuggets team. Did you see them take that L against the Wizards? Did you hear his post-game interview talking about, I don't know if we have an on and off switch. Like, we're a month away from the postseason.
And then what did they do?
But that was just one of them ones. You think?
But also, we had questions about the Lakers when they were losing 4 in a row, without LeBron James, and then they get 2 games.
They were missing 6 of their 8 rotation players when they went through that slump. I'm talking about fully loaded. I trust the Lakers more than I trust the Nuggets.
Hear me out. Everyone, calm down. It's bad when I'm the adult in the room.
Well, that we can all agree on.
I said everyone chill out. I would trust a team that had a 16, 15 ranked defense, believing that they can up their defense. When the Denver Nuggets defense is in the middle 20s, that's a big issue. That's not an if, that's not a this. That is a big issue. And we're not talking about missing a player that's going to contribute to it. The Lakers have had the #1 defense for a long time. Give me a 13 offense and a top 5 defense, then vice versa.
I think we're saying the same things, just in different ways. My point is the Denver Nuggets, they still have Jokic. They still have guys that have gone the distance in some regards, right? But the Los Angeles Lakers, while they have question marks because you're awaiting LeBron James, they still have 2 of the best in the game when it matters most. So are you going to trust those 2 best players, or are you going to trust the team?
We asking you.
Me personally, I trust the players, but this is a team sport, and right now the Nuggets have Jokic and Murray playing.
When you're looking at most career points per game in playoff history, Luka Doncic is 2nd all-time. LeBron James is 6th all-time. But, Richard, you know this. Down the stretch, they still haven't – we don't know when Rui Hachimura is coming back. LeBron James, the hope is he's back sooner rather than later, and he knows he still has 7-ish more games left to play for postseason awards. You bet LeBron knows that number, right? Yeah. How much time do you need to be able to gel with still a team? Austin Reeves has taken a step forward, but largely it's been in LeBron's absence. They need some time down the stretch. Just how much?
I don't think very much. Again, we've seen LeBron. We've questioned him with Luka at the beginning, and then it becomes a seamless fit. It's more about how much time does LeBron need to get into the best condition. He can take a step back. He can lead. He took a step back and let Austin Reeves ball and handle the ball in the Western Conference Finals as a second-year player. He knows how to elevate his game and take a step back. So as long as he's healthy, it's all about his conditioning. Everything else will fall in place.
All I know is that Luka is getting in shape and getting his legs. He's averaging over 30 his last couple